Okay, so what we do is we upload a file into Cura, and right here I've got a model that has been designed already. So once you have added the file, you'll go ahead and click on print. Okay, so once you've designed a part in CAD program, you'll open it up in Cura by loading the model into Cura. Once the model has been loaded in Cura, you will hit the file print button. Cura will let you know how long approximately it will take to print the part. And once it's done loading it into the lull spot, you'll hit the print, and from there it will print through the lull spot. After you have designed a part in FreeCAD, you'll open it up in Cura by hitting the File Load button. Once the part has loaded, you'll hit File Print. Cura will let you know how long it's going to take for the part to print. And once it's done loading, you'll hit the Print button, and it will print out of the lull spot. Once you've designed a part using a CAD program, you're going to want to open it up in a slicing software, which allows you to print it out of the 3D printer. So the slicing software we use is Cura. So once you're ready to load your print into Cura, you open it up using File Open. You'll open your model, and from there you'll click File Print. The part will load into Cura and will let you know how long it's going to take to print, and after that you'll hit the Print button, and once it's done you'll have your part. Okay, there.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah, so get whatever visuals you need. Some over-the-shoulder shots would probably be better too, because it's actually like point of view.
She's got like 2 degrees. She's really smart. And so the difference is you can either print the cap or you can make the cap. And so sometimes with the plastic, when you print it this way, it's not as durable as if when I take rubber, I can mix it with acetone or something and pour it in the mold, and then it'll actually be closer to what the original part is, so that we can put that on there and the Marines can keep on using it. And it was, he took that liquid compound and put it in here, and basically it was in here like this, and then he just let it cure overnight and then he killed it out. So, but I have experience making parts like this, and I was just telling him that there's a different way that we actually have to do it. So, but it's showing that it's not just, hey, we can make metal parts now. We're making the process a little bit more complex, but the first things first is that we need to make sure that we have a platform that more units can start making use of it, and that'll justify moving into like metal parts. So personally, I've been doing it for years, pretty much ever since I joined the Marine Corps. Material chemistry and everything like that. A lot of these things that people normally have to go to college to learn, Marines are now able to just kind of figure out on their own. You know, we're taking advantage of the fact that we live in the information age, you know, where Marines can go and find solutions, and now we can immediately provide those solutions. So now Marines can go, and instead of like, oh, I just know this piece of equipment, now you understand everything that's involved with that piece of equipment. So how to resupply that part, or how to now implement your version of one of these caps. So you guys.
How long does it usually?
Well, this one right here was not the final copy of this cap. It's supposed to look like that one.
Oh, so it's supposed to be big?
It should be printing up rim. Yeah, it's printing up rim. It makes it stick better.
You can see a lot of the parts that we have on this printer are already 3D printed. So Marines can go through, get this piece of equipment, and it's no longer like, oh, hey, we need to order a new piece of equipment. Literally, our equipment can make its own replacement parts. So, and that's kind of what the future of, you know, contractors to try to tell us how we're going to conduct our mission. The Marine Corps maintains its self-sufficiency and its autonomy, you know, because that's what you expect. My recruiter's here.
Yeah.
Sergeant Martinez.
Who's your, I know Wesley sent somebody out to run the
Yeah, it was freaking stuff called when I went into the RS camp, because I've never seen anyone dip before. And I go in the RS to talk to him, because I already was talking to Sergeant Hernandez. And yeah, he was like talking to me.
Texas.
It's very common where I'm from too.
Yeah.
Very common. But none of them dip. None. It's actually, I should have gone to Westlake, because it was supposed to be where I was living at the time, but I went to Northeast.
Where'd you live?
I was living by Carolina. You know, where, you know, 410,
Yeah.
right? And it's like the very next door.
Is it behind exactly where? Because I lived by I lived in Waldorf Park, so Silverado 16.
I just came back.
And
I grew up in
do you plan on going back?
Do I plan on going back?
Where do you
San
want to go
Antonio?
next?
No.
No.
I'm trying to get the hell out of here.
You trying to get out of San Antonio? Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's cold now. So.
If not Florida, I'm hoping East Coast. Please.
Yeah.
I have it on Facebook. I just gotta fucking find it.
Yeah, no, I was happy. West. Yeah, it is pretty expensive, but I mean, if you live out in town and stuff like that, so like as a sergeant going to Myanmar, I rate BAH because they don't have room for barracks there, and the BAH is like 27. So let's see, like we can open up FreeCAD, show you like the software that we use.
My friend list. I'm like, I don't know any of these people, man. Yeah, I was like, these people are my friends list? I've never seen.
So like, we can like design a part here, which she was talking about it. So you take your measurements and you can draw it and then make like 3D parts.
It only escapes me when you're asking me.
It's like.
God! Sounds from Panuska. That dude?
Yeah, like it's after my time apparently.
Yeah, he was. Hang on, his trip got 2016. Very beginning of 2016. It was 3 years ago now. So he was already there in 2015. But he was. Johnny Orozco?
You're gonna crack. How am I gonna crack? You're gonna crack.
So you're not gonna be one of them, are you? I was like, no. When I got to the schoolhouse, there was a girl that she wasn't from my RS, but she was leaving MEF with me. And I don't know if she was from Westlakes or Southside. She like tried to like kill herself or something. They immediately moved her to discharging platoon, and she was gone in 2 weeks. I was like, well, that didn't make sense.
I like probably easier to put into years.
Yeah.
For me, like, I was 3 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And like, being 3, I was like, I want to. I just remember looking at it. I'd say to do like a year.
You're after the No.
But ABS, when it prints, it releases off fumes that are toxic. So when you get PETG, PETG is actually what we made that F-35 part out of. It has all the same properties of. I thought he was in the wing. Yes.
Because that's what I was in there. That was crazy. Yeah. It has like twin rollers. Never been used ever again. And then all the fucking like the RQ shadows, all the
Give you a brief summary. Exact. So what do you need exact specifics?
over here for
Oh, okay.
the
So
work you've done for the
yeah.
F-35, right?
no, you're here for the hotline part.
Okay.
So basically, what happened?
Yes, please.
Quote for part or anything. I don't agree on that part anymore. So pretty much just sat on our print until it was going to be able to, until it was going to expire in the maintenance cycle, and then we were going to have to scrap that whole piece of equipment. So what ended up happening is I had been told that. So this was actually about 2 weeks ago. So we've been on the print for a few months while they were trying to get in contact with the manufacturer, and they pretty much extended its maintenance cycle in the hopes that they could do it. When I showed up, I pretty much said that yeah, we could, and we did it immediately. So from the moment I actually found out about it to reproducing it and applying it, it took about a week. When it was all over sitting there. So we actually put on time for it, and we already implemented this process. This whole capability normally, it could easily. Again, the whole focus is trying to ensure that as many people as possible have this capability, especially since we have all the technology out there in the civilian sector. Now it's getting Marines involved in the process of bringing that capability and capitalizing that capability inside of the service. So I'm Sergeant Adrian J. Willis. I am with 7th Comm, and I'm a computer technician working as a part of the additive manufacturing section in CEM platoon. So right now, the most recent project that a lot of people have seen is we had a piece of equipment that was essentially deadline for several months while we were looking for a part that couldn't be replaced by the manufacturer because the manufacturer didn't make it anymore. So what would have normally happened in that situation is either we would have had to order an assembly that would have been another $5,000 to keep that piece of equipment up to date, or just due to the maintenance procedures that we already have, because it was in maintenance for so long, we would have had to get rid of that piece of equipment, which would have cost us even more money. So tens of thousands of dollars you're looking at. But instead, what ended up happening is that I saw that there was an issue, and I saw that we had the capability to be able to fix it and produce it. And so I took the measurements, found a known good that we already had, reproduced it from there, and then produced it locally and applied it. We already troubleshot it and saw that it actually does work with the equipment. So rather than continuing to have that piece of equipment downed inside of the maintenance cycle at risk of being potentially thrown away, now it's actually completely QC'd, and now we have it back in usage. The biggest thing that we're hoping to gain with additive manufacturing capability is the localization of maintenance procedures to ensure that Marines are able to provide solutions on the spot, either in an expeditionary or field environment and operational environment, and also ensure the engagement of Marines in their equipment. With the regular maintenance cycle that we have now, where we're just waiting for parts to show up all the time, it breeds a sense of complacency in the Marines and the operators. As the gear is out, essentially the Marines are out of the fight. Therefore, then operations are down, and it's hard to fill that white space. By having these type of capabilities locally available, it encourages Marines to have a more intimate understanding of the gear that they have, and also encourages them to be able to be more proactive in providing solutions to the Marine Corps as a whole. So it breeds a sense of innovation to all Marines, not just staff NCOs and officers or sergeants, but also down to Lance Corporals. And that's the main thing that we've been trying to foster, is an environment of trying to grab the Lance Corporals that are really interested in this, the Lance Corporals that see what's really going on the ground level, and looking for a way to be able to provide solutions that, because at the end of the day, Marines just want to accomplish the mission. And if we can give them the tools to be able to accomplish the mission in a safe and effective manner, I feel like that overall is going to ensure the continuity of our relevance, especially in the way forward with the conflicts that we have coming our way.
Okay, my name is Lance Corporal Tracey Taylor. I am with 7th Comm. I am a computer technician. So it works by creating a 3D file using a program on the computer, and from that file you'll print it out with the printer and it will create what you have designed in the computer. So we did do a training class yesterday where we learned how to use SolidWorks, which we hope to apply in the shop. So we do regular training when we can, and then we also visit other units, or units visit us to see what we can print out for them. So we started using SolidWorks, which will allow us to be more diverse in what we're printing out, and also we're looking to get a better printing head so that we can be more finite in what we're printing out and develop different parts. So everything that I know so far, minus the class on the SolidWorks that we did yesterday, is self-taught. I've taught myself everything that I know so far in FreeCAD, and of course now I have Sergeant Willis to help me with further learning. So the most interesting thing that I've printed out so far are Hubble caps for engineers. So they have the caps that they have for their plugs tend to break pretty often, and the turnaround time for ordering them is about 2 to 3 months. So I've designed parts for their 20 amp, 30 amp, 60 amp, and 100 amp pieces. So now we can print them out between half an hour and an hour, and they'll have it more quickly. So in the Marine Corps, if we are deployed or in the field and we need a part fairly quickly, and we're not able to order it with a turnaround time of 2 to 3 months, we'll be able to print it out while we're in the field or while we're deployed, as opposed to waiting for a part to come in. So this printer has been here since just before I got here. I got here in May of last year, in 2018, and it got here probably in about April or March. And there was another sergeant who was starting to learn it, but he left about 2 weeks after I got here, so it was passed down to me.